Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to open the doors in just about 30 seconds. And we're go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. Happy Saturday. We're very glad to see you all here. Welcome to the 51 people who are popping into the room here right now, and welcome to everybody on Facebook Live. It is a sunny, glorious Saturday in Washington, D.C., just about the kind of atmosphere that you need to be able to see the hope through the haze and to be able to envision new beginnings and change, which is what we're singing about today. Welcome to everybody in this room and to everybody out there on Facebook Live to the Daily Antidote of Song, sponsored by Washington Rebels and Carpe Diem, every day here at noon. This group and many more. We're really glad to see you all today. Hello, Susan in Ohio, and Jane in the UK. Hello, Sheila in Florida. Greg, hello, Greg Lewis of Washington Rebels. Arlene in California. Becky in Vancouver. Doug in Vermont, hello. Sarah, hello, nice to see you today. Dennis in British Columbia, hello, glad to have you today. Of the Ubuntu Choir Network. Gay, hello, nice to see you again today. I love your background. Hello, Deborah in Kentucky, nice to see you. And Karen in Utah, or on the moon, not sure which. Kathy in Virginia, hello. Emily, hello, nice to see you today. And Deli from DC, great to see you again. Carolyn in Idaho, hello. Kathleen in Albuquerque, hello. Bonnie also in Idaho, hello. And Lisa Easton, Lisa always somewhere between Indiana and many other places. And hello to the puppy. Hello, Julie, nice to see you today. And Pete and Janet in Toronto, hello. Dan in Virginia, hello, glad to see you. Hello, Kevin in New Hampshire. And hello, Rosalie in Michigan. And Lynn in Connecticut on the doggy grooming chart. Hello, Harriet in Chicago, great to see you. And Karen in Arizona. Isabel in Florida. Caroline, hello. Beth in Kentucky, Martha in Oregon, Anne in the DC area, Fred in Maryland, Steve in Baltimore, Storm in Massachusetts. Hello, Elias. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Glad you're back today. Susan and Shirley in Gettysburg. Hello. Hindi in Toronto. Hello. Nancy in Washington. Hello. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Fran today from the Fran and Dale. Hello. Nice to see you. And Nancy in Vermont. Hello. And Annette. Hello. Oh, is Dale sort of roaming around in the background? Nice. Hello, Dale in the background. That's awesome. Hello, Annette. Good to see you. And Claire, hello. Oh, Claire and Marion today. Glad to see you. And maybe Marion in the background. Susan in Seattle, hello. Karen and Catherine and other folks off video today. Joni and Sue, busy. Ginny, Ray. Oh, that's my mom. Mom. Hello, Mom. Gwyn and Beryl, which is Colin's mom. Glad you guys are all here today. Thank you so much for joining. And again, hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live. So some quick announcements. The lyrics are in the chat. There's a donate link in the chat. My email is in the chat if you want to be on our daily email list or send any suggestions or comments. And I want to thank our two tech folk in the room today, Aaron Geyer and Julia May. Thank you so much, gang, for coming in and helping make this run smoothly. And today, I am delighted that we are singing with the fabulous and wonderful Arnaé Batson, coming in out of California. I think Oakland. Do I have that right?
No, San Francisco.
In
Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles. And she has been with us a few times already in the room, as well as at our cocktail party. And we've really enjoyed singing with you, Arnaé. And let's see, Arnaé is former Sweet Honey in the Rock and has picked the exact right song for this exact day as we are trying to transition from the grief of Wednesday into the things that grief sometimes do, which is charge us with the job to be done mode. So Arnaé, welcome. Excited to sing with you. Tell us about your song, please. And we can't wait to learn it.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to see everyone. The song is called The Time Is Now. And the world witnessed on Monday, May 25th, the murder of George Floyd. Everybody saw it. I personally actually didn't watch it, but I knew about it. And here in LA, by Tuesday, Wednesday, people were starting to rumble, and we knew that folks were going to be hitting the streets. I was checking the radio to see, on the internet, what were people playing, what was the music that people were feeling. And the song that most came up was Sam Cooke's Change Is Gonna Come. Loved that, have sung it, but Sam wrote that in 1963. And there was a sense of, really, change is gonna come. I had this urgency that was coming through me, and it's like, it's got to be now. It's got to be now, now, now. And so, as people started walking on the streets, we needed an anthem. I thought we needed an anthem to be marching on the streets. And so, this is the genesis of this song. Um, I'm gonna just sing the melody of it, and so you can get all the harmony parts because y'all smart like that. Let me see. Let me find this one. Okay, so the melody is waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. So the leader will say, we've been. Your response is waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But change never comes. So that last part, but change never comes. And then the second half of the verse is, now we're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But the end does something a little different. And we ain't gonna wait no more. Got that? And we ain't gonna wait no more. Let's do it again. And we ain't gonna wait no more. One more time. And we ain't gonna wait no more. And then we go into the chorus. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change must come. And that repeats. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change must come. And then we go back to the verse. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. Y'all ready to sing the song? And there is, of course, because it's one of my songs, there's choreography. It's freestyle. Do your style. But there has to be a sense of, because this is a song that we march to. So when the days open up where life is clear for people to be out in the streets and singing together, this is a song that encourages movement. Waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. So freestyle your own, feel it in your heart, feel it in your own way, because the time is now. We see that. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. All right, let's sing this song. Everybody take a breath. Breathe in all that good love, all that good air, and let's sing. Can you hear this okay? Okay, here we go. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But change never comes. Now we're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. Waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But guess what? And we ain't gonna wait no more. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change must come. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change. Back to the top. Don't you know we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But change never comes. Now we're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. Sick and tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. Oh, so tired of waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. And we ain't gonna wait no more. 'Cause the time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change to come. Come on, put them up. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change. You can clap on it. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change. Last time. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now, now. The time is now. Now is the time for change to come. Change must come. Ooh, yes. The time is now. When?
Now.
When?
Now.
When?
Now. Yes, indeed, the time is now. Arnaé, thank you so much. That was so much great energy, so much inspiration, so much of that sense back into the saddle of like, yes, we can, instead of sort of wherever we've been hazing around for the last couple of days trying to figure out how we can. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. I could see from all of the fist waving and hand waving and people that were belting it. I was watching people belting it, and I sense that all of us actually got right on board with you, which is exactly where we all need to be. Thank you so much. So we are going to sing it again with Arnaé at the end, but with the added amazingness of an incredible video that Arnaé made that goes with the song. And so please stick around if you can to join us for that. Arnaé, I have to say, while I was singing, I was envisioning you standing on Black Lives Matter Plaza in DC at the head of a march that I'm in and everybody in this room is in. And we all start walking down that street singing that song at the top of our lungs. So
I'm ready.
Here's to, yep, I'm ready too. So let's make sure we all take part in whatever those marches are that come when it is safe to march again. And thank you, Arnaé, again for bringing that. I will say that right before we let everyone in the room, we were in the middle of a great discussion that I'm going to sort of back up to. We were talking about sort of a combination of words that Biden said that Arnaé heard, which was, "This is not who we are." And something that I heard in a podcast, which I brought up in this room before, the Seeing White podcast, where a comedian said, let's be real here. Barack Obama is who we wish we were, but Trump is who we are, which was controversial when he said it. And this notion that the Capitol and what it stands for is really more who we want to be than who we actually are. So Arnaé, I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit from your amazing perspective.
Absolutely. I saw what happened. You know, I lived in DC for many years. I've passed the Capitol, I've been in the Capitol, and I know what it takes to get in that space. So, what we saw what the world saw happen, what the world saw happen. Um, I'm hopeful. I'm inspired by it because too often we kind of sit back and say, well, it's really okay. It's really not as bad as we think it is. Y'all saw it. We all saw it. Um, and so the question is, America is now on trial. Is right, right, is wrong, wrong. It's not this guy, it's the whole concept of America. And so, for those of us who believe in the concept, the principles of the Constitution, in the principles of what democracy is, this is our chance. This is our time. We cannot go back to sleep. We got to stay woke. We have to stay connected with each other, moving forward, doing things to push the idea that we all are here. There's justice for all, justice and freedom for all. There's room. There's room for it for all of us. I'm I could go on, but I'll stop there. I've
Thank
had
you,
I've
Arnaé.
had various soapboxes about this. So
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a good time. I wouldn't even necessarily call it a soapbox. I'm going back to something, I think it was Reggie Harris who said, like, it's okay to preach to the choir because sometimes the choir needs a little bit of, reminder, a little bit of support, a little strength. And so, all of us in this room already think a lot of the same things, but it's good to talk about it. Like, let's talk about the fact that there were people climbing up the wall of the Capitol and what the difference would have been if those people climbing up the wall would have been Black as opposed
you
to
know
white.
this. And what the world has seen and what we have to face is that the primary function of the police force in the United States is to enforce racism above enforcing public safety.
And we saw it.
We saw it clear as day. I Someone sent me um, a Twitter uh, movie with riot cops helping a white woman down the stairs. Did y'all see that?
Saw it.
Now she got up those stairs. She got up there,
Right.
but they helped her down. And of course,
Yes.
you know what would happen if were that me. We know it. Or there was a white gentleman who got run down by cops because he was on the wrong side. So again, is this public safety or is it something else? Is this protect and
Yep.
serve or is it something else? So let's be real. Let's not ask these questions. Is this really us? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. My grandmother told me, her mother told her, her mother told her. We've been knowing. We've been knowing. So thank you for everybody now being able to see it. What are we going to do about it?
Yep. And it's not unlike the place that we were in May of 2020, except that I feel like we're all here now more informed than we were in 2020, and we're better at a quicker response, and we didn't need a lot more nudging to make sure we were sort of back in the hot seat. We just needed a little bit of a reminder not to fall down on the job,
Don't
and
fall on the job.
and
Don't fall on the job. It's ongoing, And so the songs that are coming through me, they're directed at Joe now. He in the hot seat, and we have to hold them accountable. We have to hold them accountable. We can't just say, "Well, okay, the Obama administration's back now. We can go back to sleep." It's too much. The climate. Look, my grandmother dealt with this. My grandmother was born in 1899. She told me plenty of stories about our family having to escape Alabama to go to Chicago for fear of racism that was happening there. Leaving their families, leaving their homes, leaving their businesses, all their property. They just left. So that's my birthright that I never got the opportunity to have. If she was talking about this in the 1960s, and here we're singing Sam Cooke's song from the 1960s, do you all really want your grandchildren, to have to be dealing with this, or your grandchildren's grandchildren? So we are the change. The change is us. This is our opportunity to come forward and to move us, continue to move us toward this goal of justice and equality for everybody, because there is room. There is room.
Thank
Woo.
you, Arnaé. So I didn't know about your family's Alabama to Chicago. Did you ever see the article in the Atlantic? I'm going to forget who it was by about the sort of following a man who had made a similar migration in about the same time you said, and what happened when they got to Chicago with the housing and all of the ways in which they were amazing article, which I've actually just written down on my calendar, which is occasionally when things happen that I say I'm going to do. I will find that article and put it in tomorrow's email. Yeah, just it's been going on for so long. Change can't be gonna come anymore. It has to just come. We have to just make
Now,
it right here, right now. Yep.
now, right now, right now, right now,
Yep.
right now.
And to fill us up again with some of that same feeling of frustration that you did when you brought up the woman coming down the stairs. And I watched that video, the patience of that step to step to step, when she was already in a zone where she wasn't allowed to be, right? Like, how about the fact that all of those folks walked out of that Capitol and went away, and now we get to do the job of finding them? They were right there. What on
They
earth were
went
we doing?
home.
They
No,
went
they
home.
went home.
Right.
The ones
They
that
got
were
on planes.
yes, the ones that were arrested for the curfew. They
Yep.
were being out after 6 p.m. They weren't arrested
Yep.
for the insurgency
Yep.
on the Capitol building.
And how about during the Black Lives Matter protest when the curfew happened and there was like 100 people that hid in a house right around the corner from here because they were, at risk for the curfew. And that was, for again, Black Lives Matter protest versus whatever was just happening down there. Just there's so many places you can go. The cop who took the selfie in the Capitol building with if you haven't seen that one, check that out. Yep, total selfie. Yeah, I know. And so deep breath, gang. Like it's one of those moments where I think it's really hard to say we have to find our common ground, because we look out and we just say like, I don't have any common ground with you. Well, what do you even mean? Like, but we have to figure out ways to talk about what just happened and then figure out ways
Are
about what we're
we
going
a
to do about it.
nation of laws? And are we a nation of laws? If we are, then enforce those laws. If
Sounds
we are,
so.
enforce them. And I'm saying conviction over compromise. Let the winners, if you won, then act like a winner. Act like a winner. Because this will continue. This is the continuation actually of Reconstruction. When all of the rebels got to go home and get all their property back again, the slave owners, they received the reparations. They received the reparations, and the Civil War never ended. And they have just been gunning up, gunning up, gunning up, and now here we are. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. They've got their leader who says he is now a president in exile, and y'all have to do this for me. He's fashioning himself as that. You all get it? So, I'm from New York too, and so we can't laugh at this stuff because it's real. It's happening in real time in our faces. So if we can sing about it, sing it, be about it, stay with each other, find ways to connect, find ways to encourage and support people who are doing the work on the ground. Let's commit to that.
Thank you, Arne. Totally beautiful. So I'm oftentimes reminded of the sort of frustration or angst that I feel when I look back in moments in history and I say, but how could they not have seen, or how could they not have known? And so guys, this is our moment. We see it, we know it, and now we got to do something about it, because otherwise we're the people we need to be asking the questions of, right? How could we have been here and not been a part of what needs to happen next? So I am so grateful, Arne, to you for all your great words, and to everyone in this room for coming in here day after day after day, not just to sing, but to find the strength in both the singing and the talking and in the community. So grateful to all of you. Arne, I think it's perfect timing, unless you want to say a little more anything, and we're on your soapbox any day, so take the stage. And if you have nothing else to say, we will jump into the
Let's
video
sing.
and sing along with it. All
Let's
right,
sing.
let's sing. Aaron, would you mind putting the video up? And please sing along with the video, and we look forward to seeing you on the other end of it. Thank you.
So let me just
Arnett.
set the video up. The video is my group here in Los Angeles, Voices Raised. And this was our response to George Floyd. And it's on YouTube. The link is in the chat. You can find it.
Thank you, Arne. I think probably you should mute as well as me, so that if we get tempted to sing along, we won't go over the top of it.
Black Lives Matter. Thank you for your awareness and your activism. Every protest movement needs music.
It is our sincere hope that you will play and sing this song out loud when you take to the streets again for peaceful marches, protests, and rallies, because now is the time. The time is now. You know we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. But change never comes. We're tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. Tired of waiting and waiting and waiting. Tired of waiting and waiting and waiting for change to come. And we ain't gonna wait no more. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now is the time for change to come. Change must come. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now is the time for change to come. Change must come. Don't you know we've been waiting and waiting and waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting. We've been waiting for change to come, but change never comes. It never comes.
Now we're tired of waiting. Oh, so tired of waiting. Oh, tired of waiting for a change to come. And we ain't gonna wait no more.
Cause the time is right now, right now, right now. The time is now, now, now. The time is now, now is the time for change to come. Change must come.
The time is right now. At this very second, at this very moment now. Oh, now is the time for change. It must come.
Change must come. Change must come. Change must come. Change must come. Change must come.
just could.
Wow. You know, we premiered that on, it was Saturday, August the 28th for the 50th anniversary March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. And what was so great with that video, one of the children of one of the choir members had gone out into the streets when the protests were going on and captured all that footage that it just happened. And so we juxtapose the footage from the 1960 civil rights movement with now. Like, come on, people. Come on. Come on, people. So let's do the work. Let's do the work. Because we can do this. We can do this.
Thank you, Arnaé. Thank you for the great video. Thank you for the inspiring words, both in the song and in person. We can do this, gang. We can do this. And we have to do this, actually, because ain't nobody else can do it for us. So let's do it. I want to thank everybody for being here today to be a part of this journey. And I'm so grateful to Arnaé. Can we all please thank Arnaé another time? Loud as we can be on mute, gang. There we go. Arnaé, thank you so much. Just so glorious to be in the room with you. I have to say there's something also really magical about seeing you sitting in the same spot with us here in this room that you are in the video. There's something that really ties together the sort of the time and the notion of all of us being isolated and in and out of each other's zones in a way that is new to this time, and that really does also reflect some of the ways in which we have grown and gotten closer despite all of the other things going on. And so let's take that energy, let's take that strength, let's go out, come up with things to do today, tomorrow, all next week. Arnaé, thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you. And sending a shout out to my brother Emil, sending love to him and his family.
Thank you. I would like to also send that thank you very much. Emil Hassan Dyer, who has sung in the room with us before, and who lost his mom in the last couple of days. And if you're interested in reading about her lovely self, you can find it on his Facebook page. And yes, today's song was also to Emil. Thank you, Arnaé, who was going to sing with us this week and is going to join us instead at another time down the road. And thank you again to Arnaé for being able to be here today, and to everybody in the room for also being able to be here today.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you, gang.
Hi, Dennis. Hi, Dennis. I'm sorry I had to just do that.
No, it's great. I love it. So I am going to say goodbye to the folks on Facebook. And then, so actually, goodbye, folks on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. And just in general, for the Facebook folks, if you ever want to find us in the room in here to be part of the discussions, you can always just go to the Rebels DC page and click on join us in the room on the Daily Antidote. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.